Hello, and welcome to RuPaul's Drag Race Rejudged, where today I will be doing a runway analysis of Canada's Drag Race Canada vs. the World. If you did not watch the video I did similar to this, but for All-Star 7, here's how the system works. For every runway category, I will select the top 3 looks, and each of those queens will receive 1 point. At the end of the video, I will tally up all of the points and determine which queens had the best runway packages overall in the season. So let's get into it. Category is Queen of the World. For this category, I decided to go with Isis Couture, Silky Nutmeg Ganache, and Stephanie Prince. Isis was just incredible on the runway this season, and this was no exception. The gown is beautiful, the boa she has is beautiful, the crown is great, it just all melds together perfectly. With Silky, once again, it's a great look, it fits her perfectly. The hair was great, it just gave the look so much personality. The necklace she had went with the look, the rings went with it, everything just melded together and it was really beautiful. The one critique I have for it is that I'm pretty sure my grandma's couch is that pattern. Stephanie's look was absolutely incredible. I love it when a queen is able to bring their culture onto the runway. I know she said during her presentation that she wasn't just representing Canada, she was also representing the Philippines, and if this doesn't represent that, I don't know what does. Category is Celestial Bodies. Isis Couture's runway completely took my breath away. It was so beautiful. Her makeup was incredible. The garment was incredible, but that mask is just out of this world, which does fit the category. Kendall Jenner, just overall great runway. Not really any special critiques for it. Next up, we have Stephanie Prince yet again showing off her culture, and it is beautiful. She was able to translate Filipino mythology into the runway really well. I was completely gagged when I saw this. It is beautiful. Category is Air Body Lace. Isis Couture, once again, is just able to kill it. Every part of it accentuates every other part of it. There's not a single detail I would change. She knew exactly what she wanted, and she got exactly that. Vanity Milan, this look was one of the big moments in the promo for the season, and that did not do justice. It was beautiful, it would have saved her from the bottom even if her look was worse. Just the presentation, the fan, all of it was amazing. And finally, we have Victoria Scone as Victor Stone. This look was amazing. I did not know that it was something in Victoria's wheelhouse, but it was. I really enjoyed it, and I think this is what cinched her the win for the ball, even if I disagree with that win. Category is Arctic Foxy Lady. Kendall Jenner, I'm just a sucker for that shade of blue. That's really all I have to say. It is a really good look. That's just my personal favorite color, and it was really well executed. With Silky, I love that color combination. It looks great on her, and all around just a great showing for Silky. Victoria Scone, I love the concept. I love the crystal fragment headpiece. Her presentation was really solid. It was just overall wonderful performance from Victoria Scone. Category is Caught in the Rain Couture. First up, we have Isis Couture. To this day, I do not know how this was safe. This was one of the most egregious judging decisions I have ever seen. Her look was the greatest on the runway. It is one of the greatest looks on Canada's Drag Race as a whole. It was just beautiful. The concept was great. I truly do not know how Isis did not win. Raja O'Hara, the look is great. While the fit was slightly off on parts of it, I think it was a really beautiful concept. The way she was able to execute it was spot on. While I do not agree with her getting the win with Isis, I think she still had a really solid performance. Silky absolutely blew me away this episode. Having seen her on season 11 in the fashion challenges and All Star 6's ball, I really didn't have high hopes for her sewing abilities. I had no idea she was as talented as she was, especially for a bigger queen who is generally held to a higher standard than a skinnier fashion queen. This was an incredible look, and this is really what put Silky on the radar for me to win the season. Category is Plaid Girls Club, and can I just say, the runway category this week should have been, and I quote, talking about plaid girls. That said, they went with Plaid Girls Club, equally solid pun. We have Isis Couture, who had been eliminated at this point, but this look was incredible. It is such a vibe. All of Isis Couture's runways were great, but this was really outside of my expectations for her. Raja, I think she was able to do really well in terms of her purple branding. I think the look was executed really well. Vanity, I love the reference. It's just really fun. She was able to make it her own. It really, really sucks that she almost went home in this episode because this is an incredible runway and it would have been a shame to have someone eliminated in it. While not all of her looks have been the greatest, I think Vanity's runways are some of the most underrated in terms of Drag Race queens. Category is Y2Gay. This was not a great showing on the runway for this cast. Isis Couture, who had already been eliminated, has this incredible look. We didn't get to see it on the show, but just looking at it on the screen, it is beautiful. It would have been the best if it was on there. Honestly, it's still the best even not having been on the actual runway. Rita, I pretty much put her here because I couldn't justify putting anyone over her. It was a pretty solid look. I just didn't really enjoy this category from any queen's perspective. No offense. Finally, Victoria Scone. She broke the stage. It was hilarious. Her runway look was pretty solid. She was the Millennium Bug, I think. Once again, I couldn't really justify putting anyone above her. I just didn't really enjoy this runway category. I don't think I could name anything that I would have improved for any of these looks. It just wasn't my favorite category. Category is Finale Eleganza. We have Raja O'Hara. She is beautiful. She is the purple queen. All of her purple themed runways have just been incredible. I love all of the intricate details of this. Everywhere where she shows skin, everywhere where the fabric shifts, it is just beautiful and it is a work of art. Isis Couture once again knocked it out of the park. This is incredible. It is one of my favorite runways of Drag Race overall. I know I've said that a lot, but Isis is, I believe, the strongest fashion queen the show has ever seen. I genuinely don't think she has had a single miss for me across both of her seasons. Stephanie Prince, once again, beautiful. I don't think the picture on the screen now does justice to how elegant and beautiful this look is. Stephanie's runways were really stepped up this season, and as someone who didn't really remember her too much from season 2, I vividly remember her now because this was great. Even for a queen who was second out, I think she was one of the most memorable parts of the season in terms of her runways. She never missed. Taking a look at the scoreboard, we have Isis Couture absolutely steamrolling. Stephanie, who had incredible looks, was able to keep pace with her for 2 episodes before Isis completely ran away with it. Isis's runway package here is one for the ages, and she was able to make it to the top 6 times. And that is not an easy feat considering the fact that there were only 8 possible times she could have been the best. Second place is a tie between Raja, Victoria, and Stephanie, all having 3. Vanity is in 5th place with 2. Then at 1, we have Rita and Silky, and unfortunately, Anita is at 0. She had some solid looks, just nothing that made the top 3 any particular week. That said, I do have to say this season's runways were a massive improvement over UK versus the world. While Jimbo, Pangina, and Mo were all able to kill it on the runway week after week consistently, I feel bad saying it, but Bag of Chips and Jujubee just didn't really bring it on the runway on UK versus the world, so this season was a huge breath of fresh air in that way. But that is all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and do you want more non-Emmy nominated content just like this? Well, then you should subscribe for more gay shit and tune in to Canada's Drag Race versus the World Rejudged this Saturday.